Aliko Dangote. He's a shameless guy. You see, he uses Nigerian money to become African richest man every year. So if you open the treasury of Nigeria and you give to Nedu, Nedu will also be declared the richest man in Africa. So what they do, what the Dangotes of this world do, is he's an Ajib, all governments in power. Any government that comes into power, before they come into power, he will identify who he thinks will win, donate money to them. Then when they come into power, he just goes and starts kissing them. So unfortunately, that did not work with Tinubu, and that's why they're angry with him. So they are going after him because also, you know, the Tinubu guys, they are monopolists themselves, just like Dangote. So they feel that there's nothing Dangote is doing that they cannot do. After all, they can do the oil, they can bring the sugar, they can do it. So Nigerians should not sympathize with Aliko. Let them fight and finish off themselves. You know, Nigerians always love to take side in battles that does not directly benefit. No politician should be paid salary in Nigeria because Nigeria is a poor country. We need to make politics about service. Even the president should drive his personal car. We don't need to be buying official car for government people. At that level, anybody that is president, you are no longer poor. So we should not be paying politics. People should, Nedu, you should be a senator. You should leave here from your office and go to the National Assembly to just once or twice a week, just offer your voluntary service to the nation. Politicians are doing politics as if it's a full-time job. They not only are we even paying them, they now have 10 aides, 20 aides. The principal officers of the National Assembly alone, that is Senate President, Deputy Senate President, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Chief Whip, all those people. Them alone, they employ over 2,000 aides.
Jesus.
Is the truth. You can go and fact-check me.
Jesus.
And verify. If they had told anybody in Kenya that President go feed, they cry, they beg, they no go believe. But President, they cry, they beg. President sack half of in cabinet because citizens said leaders are wasting money. So we also need a similar step from government. They are wasting too much money. You don't need a Peter. Peter is just a decent guy, nice guy. Nigeria needs somebody that is coming. That even the idea of him coming alone, the idea is not even him coming. The idea of him coming alone, they've already run away. And they've gone because the bad eggs in the system, in the police, they need somebody that will teach them a lesson for the consequences of their behavior. The bad eggs in the army, in the civil service, in every service in the country that is destroying the country, they need to be taught that there's consequences for bad behavior. And right now, there's no such person. If by mistake or by providence, someone like Omele Sowore becomes president, before he's even sworn in, the entire country will be empty. All the politicians will run away.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, Abdul Salam Abubakar said it now during the, there's this peace accord, something they used to do. He said, Sowore, if you enter, all of us, we are finished. Unofficial, now Dangote wants to be selling crude oil from his refinery at 1,300 per liter. Because now Dangote's fuel that he's refining here is more expensive than the fuel that they are bringing into the country.
Whose fault is that?
It's NNPC. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's the one that wants to start subsidizing Dangote.
Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu the MD of NNPC?
He's the Minister of Petrol. We must stop shifting the buck. The buck stops at his table. He must take responsibility for the failure in the oil sector. Every single inadequacy and incompetence in the oil sector, he's to blame.
So the queues that we are seeing today and the hike in the price of fuel, we should blame the president.
Yeah, of course. And you also need to know.
What about the deregulation?
You also need to know that these few queues that you are seeing, they are artificial.
Really?
Yes, they've been trying to increase fuel to 1.3 since February. Since February this year. That's when they've been. In fact, they wanted to increase fuel around June. It was because of the protests around end of June. It was because of the threat of the protests. That's why they paused and stopped. So they had wanted to create the artificial scarcity. If you recall, this artificial scarcity started since towards end of June. So it had always been in the pipeline. And I said it, you can go to my social media and check. I said, as way back as June, I said they want to increase fuel price to 1,002, 1,003. I said it since June. So there's nothing you are seeing today that we did not know. After all, we have friends in the system.